is our time.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. And with the season started up, these teams, Clark, certainly looking to hit the ground running this year.
Kevin, first impressions are important. A strong performance now in the early going can really alleviate some of the stress and bumps down the line and help your team build some positive momentum.
5 on the clock. Banchero passes to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Wagner against Erickson. From 12 feet out, Banchero grabs the board. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Here's Erickson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Clark, hasn't the Magic had some of the worst injury luck in this NBA the last couple seasons?
Certainly have, Kevin, and this is a team that has been trying to develop young players, and they've been somewhat stifled because of injury. And I think the best way to grow is through young players, and you've got to give them reps playing games. So it's been frustrating for Orlando to have these outstanding young talents be thwarted by injury.
Thompson passes to Erickson, shoots over Wagner, and again it's the Warriors missing. Banchero kicks to Fultz. Wagner, and finish off by Wagner.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Erickson misses.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
Wagner outside. To the left wing. Here's Bamba. His three-pointer's off the mark. Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Thompson passes to Erickson. Over Harris. Erickson misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And you look at the leader that MP has become, Greg. He encompasses everything you want from a team captain.
Can lead by example, build teammates up, also willing to get in your face when necessary. MP is probably one of the best leaders and locker room presence in the entire NBA.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Orlando leading by 6. Wagner passes to Fultz. At the elbow, Banchero. Wagner wide open. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Cool with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Erickson outside. Stolen by Bamba. Now, here's Wagner. 14 points from him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Moody, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the pairing up front, it's Green and Looney. Then there's Erickson. Then there's Moody. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. And there's the foul. It'll go to Moody. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. And Wagner has it in the corner. A good look from Wagner. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. 14 points for Franz Wagner. Warriors trail by 9. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reactions. Kevin, back to you.
Good place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Erickson outside. And it's Orlando with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Jerome passes to Erickson. And the Warriors miss again. Magic leading by 10. Here's Jerome. Erickson with a screen on Anthony. Here's Jerome. Off target from outside. And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 10. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center.
The Warriors 21.
Hi, everyone. In the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker,
And now, looking back on that first half, things were really clicking out there for the Magic.
They get the Shaq seal of approval on how they went to work in the paint. Nothing fancy, nothing over the top, just putting on the gloves and going to work.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Warriors trail by 10. Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Banchero. And it's Fultz in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. To the paint, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Bamba showing you a sense for when to cut. Really well done. He's got agility and excellent size in the pick and roll.
And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. And I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. I think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular position, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Wagner on the wing from downtown. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors trail by 16.
And something about Franz Wagner, a model of consistency as soon as he came into the league. You know what you'll get from him every night.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
29 seconds left to play here in the third. From past the arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Erickson. The offensive rebound. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Offline with his three. Anthony taking his time here. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
Your Magic 49. The Warriors 33. And your Magic, you can't see. All right,
Making some changes. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gary Harris. And Anthony subbed in for Fultz. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Erickson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And a change for the Magic. Harris has checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The guard spots filled by Poole and Thompson. Erickson is out there with Kuminga. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Wagner finds Anthony. Bamba setting the pick for Anthony. Pass to Banchero. 4 on the shot clock. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Magic.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paolo Banchero.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Harris. Kicks it to Bamba. Pass to Banchero. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation.
Magic ball. At the line for Orlando.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin.
Win. Your